Alright, here we go. So, alright, starting out, Genji Reinhardt. You, it's Mercy, Zarya, Soldier. Okay. Sure.
Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
Enemy sighted.
Alright, good punish on that Doomfist way out in front. Right here. You're following your Reinhardt, yes, that's the right thing to do. A large portion of your team, I think, just ran into the left room. Zarya, Genji, Mercy just ran into the left room. Follow them in there. Kind of like Reinhardt's not really doing the right thing here. He's just like being a shield bot almost in a sense. You should go with the rest of your team and hang out with them because they'll need that additional healing. You can kind of let your Reinhardt fall by himself, I guess. And also, you're pushed way too close to his shield. So you end up right here, or not. You end up right here, walking forward, trying to chase whoever that is. Was that a soldier? But you end up trying. Oh, that's a Winston there. You end up trying to chase him too much, and the shield's not going to do anything for you to begin with. Chasing a Winston, so you don't want to be anywhere close to him. You should be further back from your Reinhardt here, because the shield's not going to protect you. Yeah, and then like you get hit by that Reinhardt there, and so you should be in a position where you're easily getting hit by that, because he almost got you if that had just gone a little bit differently in terms of his charge, because he charges right here. If he had gone down this alleyway instead of this one, he would have gone right into you, and so then you would have died from that. You want to give yourself time to get out of the way when you see a Reinhardt charging. How you managed to not die there is absolutely insane.
I'm taking the objective. Get over here.
My recommendation actually is not, because now you're charging in here, you're putting yourself in the face. So you're here on the point. You don't necessarily need to be on the point. So you're a backline character. If you look where they're set up, yeah, they have a couple people up here. Their Mercy's up here somewhere, but their Winston's on the point, just shocking everyone there. They had a soldier on the point that you just killed. There's a Doomfist somewhere. So yeah, you killed a Winston, but you should really be doing that from here. You can stand underneath this bridge, and you still have sight line over everything. And you aren't going to get attacked as hard there, because they're going to attack the people on the point. So like right here, getting the Ana. Now just stay here. Don't bother going forward. Just stay in this spot. You have a good vantage point. You can see the entire point. You can see everyone on your team that needs healing. You don't need to spin around to keep track of them. And then you can just go around and actually make sure you might not be able to get those shots from 2 inches away, but you're still going to help out a lot more being able to see more. It's like here. So the Mercy goes up top, so she's the only one over there. Yeah, Mercy's up here up top. Nobody's attacking you from over here. You aren't about to get like jumped on or anything, so stay out of the fight, so that way you stay alive.
I feel the warmth of the iris.
Helden sterben nicht.
Yeah, and so then because you're here on the point, you get jumped hard. If for that res you were under here, they are still fighting on the point. You wouldn't have been the one getting hit there, and you wouldn't have died so quick.
Helden sterben nicht.
No chance.
Heroes never die.
I'm capturing the objective.
temporary setback. My ultimate ability is ready.
My ultimate is charging.
Activated.
Now I'd like to hope that you don't use your
I
ultimate
am
right
taking
here.
the objective.
Because you called it out.
I am injured.
Heal up here.
So like there, yeah, you shouldn't have been. You see how the Winston's just jumping around the point? So when you came in here originally, you walk in, and as this Winston ults, then you're immediately jumped on. Now, because you're in this corner of the point, he knocks you off the point and then goes back to it. That's why you aren't getting hit anymore here. He turns around towards it. But if this had been like a true team fight and he hadn't just been stalling for time, he would have just knocked you into a corner and beat you up and pulverized you to death. And so you should make sure to stay away from that. If you stayed back over here, he has to make it deliberate to come over to you, and the rest of your team would be able to see that, hopefully.
Heal up here.
In terms of... Oh, great, you do use your ultimate here. So... Okay, you threw it onto Doomfist. I thought you threw it onto like a soldier or something. Okay, yeah, Doomfist is not a bad target because it's a large hitbox. You normally want to be throwing Discord onto large hitbox targets to melt them down faster.
Experience
But I don't
tranquility.
necessarily think you needed that. Because what I'm seeing here is when you pop this ult, you just killed their Mercy. They don't have heals anymore. Because I don't... they have an Ana too. Okay, sure. But I have no idea where she is. I haven't seen her, and I haven't seen that she's healing anything. So you've got a Doomfist, Winston, Reinhardt on their team. So Doomfist is low. You know that because you threw Discord on him and you hit him a couple times. Yeah, because Reinhardt hit him, so Doomfist is low. Reinhardt and Winston might be full health, but they're nothing without any healing. You also have your Mercy here, who's still doing fine. I haven't seen her res yet, so that means she probably has res. So hold on to your
Tranquility.
Transcendence here instead of using it. Because now you kill Doomfist. Now you kill Ryan. Oh, that was a nice kill by the Genji. And you probably take it right here. Yeah, and so you didn't need to use that Transcendence at all to help you take that.
Commence attack on objective B.
What was that shatter? Just what even was that? Oh, and that's... Oh man. I barely saw that out of the corner of my eye that the Junkrat died there.
Overconfidence.
Yeah, that was
is
a...
flimsy
I don't even
shield.
know what that shatter was by that Reinhardt though.
Doomfist is behind it.
Apparently there's a Doomfist behind you. Alright, sure. Throw your Harmony in there, just to have it in there. But yeah, stay here at this doorway. Yeah, and don't bother pushing in. Right now, if your team's getting beat up, yeah, don't go trying to chase that Zarya. Help her out. Start charging up a right click. Talking back with the other game that I was saying. Start charging up a right click as soon as you hear something, especially like this tire, because if you start now charging up your right click, so he just finished the voice line. Now let's count how long until the tire comes. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, and there it is. So you can have a fully charged up shot, go brrr, and just blast it to smithereens. Instead, I'm sure it either gets the Genji or Zarya right here. Yep. So, so you could have saved your Zarya there, just by charging up a right click because of the burst damage that provides. Yep, make sure not to get hit by fire strikes because since those take away so much of your health, you aren't going to be in a good position if you get hit by one.
Meteor
Yeah, so like that right there where I was talking about the getting hit by a fire strike, you can see it, you got hit right here. And then Winston jumped in, which who knows whether the Winston actually knew you got hit by it, but as soon as he starts shocking and he sees your flow, you see he just focuses you down. He's looking at you the whole way through here. He just ignored the rest of your team. And so now you're down. And then he just pops ult to save himself. Yep.
The site group up.
Hammer down.
Reaper here.
Yeah, who knows what that Winston's doing. Good job with the punish.
Group up. Group up here.
Be one with the universe.
My
So
ultimate
Junkrat's
is charged.
spamming down main door, so don't... I mean, well, you should not be in front of the Rhine shield, especially when Junkrat's spamming stuff. That's rule number one, is don't be doing that.
Fire healing.
Let me get you patched up.
My ultimate is ready. Join me.
Spam is still coming out that main door. Your team is split up again. I don't know whether your Reinhardt went this way because you went this way, or whether because he's just got some predisposition towards going that way. But you should be running on, instead of chasing down that kill, he's going to come back eventually. You should have been, yeah, you could have used that way earlier and actually done more. So if you, let me go back a little bit. So in here, Mercy's dead. Yeah, so right now I'm seeing you're up 3. Mercy's dead, Anna's dead, Ryan is dead. Your Mercy's dead, but that's the only one. So you are now the only healer. Zarya goes down. So now you're up by 1. And you are here carrying around this Doomfist. If you can keep this attack going, I would be using your ultimate instead of chasing this Doomfist. I'd be seeing that right there. Don't bother chasing him. He went around the corner. This positioning on the map is way overpowered for him in terms of trying to escape you. You shouldn't be running this way. You should be running back over here. And instead of jumping down here and killing him, now you have to spend all this time getting back up. And Reinhardt's died in this time. If you transcended, went right like about now and just gone in, you would have been able to keep Reinhardt alive. Also, you should have thrown Harmony onto the Reinhardt here. And you would have been able to keep him alive, and you have Genji, Reinhardt, and the only people that are contesting you guys on the point, I think, are Soldier and Junkrat, and so hopefully you'd be able to help them out, just keeping them alive constantly. Yeah, so Winston's here too. Yeah, and so I'm not exactly sure why you keep doing this whole moving in and out thing. There's not really a point to that. So like you keep using it almost like it's a third person vantage is the way you're looking at it. So like right there, so you went forward.
A closed mind.
You went forward here and went back. Well, why do you need to go back? There's nothing back here. You just came this way. You know nobody on your team's down here. Get into this corner with them. Show your 2 teammates, I'm here with you. You don't have to leave because I've got heals. Because what ends up happening is that Genji jumps over the wall. And so now he's out of this little fight on the point. You need this Winston dead in order to start contesting. So you want the Genji to stay on the Winston for you. And the way you do that is by showing that you're healing them up. That was a lucky find on the Junkrat there. But yeah, and so Genji just ends up running away at the end.
Adversity
But
is an opportunity for change.
The other thing is these attacks are so long because you're at 230 left and you've done what, 2 major attacks? So when did you start? Yeah, so you've done like 2 major attacks over the course of 3 minutes, and that's not really ideal. You want to try to be getting in more. Unfortunately, that's not as much you as much as like the rest of your team and not getting picked off and that kind of stuff. So in this scenario, this is something I was telling Brian about with when he was playing Mercy, is Winston's going madman crazy, right? He's team. Don't get yourself caught in this position where you are by yourself and running away. So you keep backing off and stuff like that. You should not be, as soon as Winston jumps here, just be holding that S key and be going back to your team, because then you have more people firing at him, and then when he ends his ult form right now you have more people to help you. You can't do anything to this bubble, so what do? You have to back off, and Winston should have jumped and gone after you instead of jumping back to where he's going, because he had an easy kill on you, because between you and a Genji, he should be able to take that, or at least keep you guys down here, because he has this bubble here that protects him.
We walk in harmony, my student. Death Blossom is ready. My ultimate is charging.
I like the spamming. That's
Unacceptable.
should just be backing off from this. Didn't get anyone with that.
Helden sterben nicht.
Experience tranquility.
See, like, that trap right there actually made your Transcendence much better. Because, right, you come in here. I can understand, I actually like the shooting the D.Va to get your Transcendence up, because you're so close. Just get that little bit of damage in, since she can take it. And now you pop it. So, the thing that you should know is that, I don't know whether you've noticed it until now. Let me see if you could have seen it. So, Genji's low. He flashed across your screen critical while ulting. First of all, that's the dumbest thing ever. But, second, so you're coming over here. You should have really been helping him out and healing him up. But this trap actually puts you exactly where I was saying you should be, right next to the members of your team. Zarya's now getting healed up constantly. Genji's getting healed up constantly. Mercy's getting healed up constantly. Reinhardt's dead, unfortunately. And I don't know where your Reaper is. But you're right in the middle of your entire team. Yeah, and at this point, that's you just getting caught out. This push is basically over. If you didn't notice, you don't have spawn advantage at all. You're still over here fighting, but you're gonna get picked off late. It's literally just you and Genji over here. You're gonna get destroyed. Yeah, there you go. And then Genji's the only one there. So you should have really backed off when you went underneath. Like right here, you should have been able to realize that was lost. Even though Reaper's coming in Mercy, I think? Yeah. Just Genji, Reaper, and Mercy on the point. And so, I'm pretty sure Mercy doesn't have her ult. That's why I spam tab a lot when I play to see like who has ult. Especially when we have a Mercy. But I don't think she does, so if that's the case, then yeah, there's no reason for you to be there. Just regroup with your team, because now you end up spending all this time. You're going through, attacking, getting slept. Look at this timer ticking down. And keep in mind, you started with 6 minutes, And now that was your third attack, and you're down to a minute.
60 seconds remaining.
The outcome.
Then you have to take all this time to walk
Your
back.
gain.
Because with 6 minutes, you should be able to get an attack off every minute. And it's taking you forever to... taking your team forever to do that. You should have thrown Discord on him earlier. As soon as you heard the charge, he's coming right down the center. You hear that. You should have Discord on him. I can see you don't because it's giving the E throw Discord on this giant target. Be throwing that first before you start spamming him because now you just missed all that damage.
Darkness falls.
30 seconds remaining.
We must wrest victory from the jaws of time.
Yeah, that was just dumb by the Genji. He got shot. Yeah, and then getting hit by the Doomfist there's not much you could have done to protect that. You were behind your team going in with them. You can see how you have Transcendence
10
already up.
seconds
Time is an illusion, but the illusion
From
is
just all the
about
damage
to
that you did
end.
earlier, but it doesn't help you now.
Experience
Heroes never die.
tranquility.
I like the idea of using it to get back faster right here, because you really just need to get back faster.
Fire at will.
But the reason you need to get back faster is to heal your team. You don't have harmony off anyone right now. You still don't.
Helden sterben nicht.
Still haven't put harmony on the target. You put Discord on the target. There you go. You should always have harmony on just someone. Doesn't matter who. Yeah, and then you just get spawn killed essentially, where just they have the shorter spawn. And so, but like if you had not, it depends on how it, the
illusion is about to
using this transcendence here.
experience.
Yeah. So, and fine if this res hadn't come through. But because of that res, now it's stupid to use this. Mercy's there. There's 4 of them. 5 and 6 are coming in. And especially you use this. It's not a huge speed boost, but it's still a decent one. And then right here, you aren't even going to the point. You aren't fighting on the point. That's where you need your focus more or less needs to be at the moment. Everyone's popping their ults, and that you need to be there helping your Mercy heal everyone. That's the only way you win this point, is everyone stays alive. Everyone is alive right now. You need to be healing them up, topping them all off. Because when this Mercy comes in, you gotta kill them all again. So, like, your Reapers and needs health, Genji needs health, etc., etc. And you should have been helping out earlier because Mercy was busy trying to top people off. And, you were a little bit cut down with that. And so I'm guessing you end up not making it here. Somehow you guys are actually doing decent.
Be quick about it.
Round 1 complete.
Yeah.
Score 1.
Alright, so I'm going to skip forward. To where we have you guys starting your defense. So let's see how this goes. This is just such a troll comp.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
I have found the enemy. Thanks me.
For your own safety, get behind the barrier.
That would have been a good sleep dart had there not been a wall there. hesitated there. You saw the Junkrat and then decided not to sleep dart, and then decided to. That allowed him to get that in on you. So first off, the grenade hitting the Orisa, you want to make sure that, because the grenade has such a large hitbox when throwing it past teammates, because like you're essentially directly behind the Orisa. There's no way that's getting past her. You aren't trying to heal the Orisa. You're trying to negate healing on them here with that grenade, because you're mostly topped up on your team. So you want to try to get it in there. So I would be going around to the side of the Orisa or even in front of her just to make sure that you get it in that room. And then there, you look around the corner. You should just instinctively, oh, something's in a corner, just sleep dart. Sleep dart is not something that you need to like try to hold for the right time or something like that. You just hit sleep dart whenever you see a decent looking opportunity. Yeah, and so like that throw right there, you're just too far back from your team in order to throw that in there, right? Because you had to throw it so high so it didn't hit anyone. It's like hitting halfway up this wall. That's not going to actually hit anybody. That was a good sleep. I don't think you needed to jump off the building there for that. You should have been able to... You see him coming. Yep, you see him coming there. You should be able to stand right here, and instead of jumping, just stop and aim. Because now you're down here. The rest of your team's up there, and you have to run all this way.
My ultimate is charging.
And then in that time, other things happen up here, and 2 of your teammates die somehow. Yeah, and then that's just you guys just getting killed by the tire. You were all just stacked up with each other.
My team still needs me.
Intruders have reached the objective.
To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of Ana with Mercy, just because Mercy's going to steal a lot of your healing, because you can see it right now. It's 2 minutes into the game, you still haven't gotten ult yet, just because there's not as much for you to do. You don't need to be doing this huge... Yeah, so that right there, again, you should be more instinctive on the sleep dart. Like, you see the Junkrat here, and I can see you thinking about it. You have to, in your mind, you have to line up the sleep dart every time. You don't have to. Just fire your sleep dart and stuff. If it hits, it hits. If it doesn't. Oh well, you have it back in 12 seconds. You don't need to always... So that right there, you're getting healed up by Mercy at this time, if you didn't already notice that. So you can see her health dwindling fast, because Winston's on top of her. Instead of throwing this at your feet, you should be protecting your fellow healer. And Mercy's healing you, so you're going to be fine as long as she's fine, so keep her alive. You're getting healed up. You should be throwing that at the Winston Mercy combo. It's a Mercy on your team, Winston on their team, so at this area on the screen. That way you hit her, she gets healed up, then you can heal her as well, and the Winston's anti-healed, so hopefully you can at least deal with him, or somebody on your team will notice and help you guys out. Because she probably ends up dying here. Somehow doesn't. Oh, you end up dying, okay. And then you get revived by... Yeah, the fact that she doesn't die there is actually, like, really bad play on them.
Get in there.
I like the constant healing of the Bastion. That's like what you should be doing here. Yeah, and that wasn't a bad a bad ult either, because you were able to heal up the Reinhardt. Something that happens a lot is people will nano boost something that they can't heal. So like initially I was like, ooh, that's not good, because you're nano boosting a critical health target. The fact that he gets healed up by the Mercy and you should also be throwing your grenade here. It's very beneficial to, as you nano boost somebody, to also hit them with a heal grenade, so that way it's essentially like an invincible target. Because like right here, you are in the thick of things when you hit them too. So like just do like a Q and then E. immediately. Because not only are you going to hit him, you're hitting him, also probably yourself. You're probably close enough to it as well. And so you'd be able to hit all of those people with a grenade, and that's just a juicy one. And you can hit the Bastion with a grenade too here.
Helden sterben nicht.
Yeah, something that I try to do as Ana is be close to my teammates. That way, if I have to throw it at my feet, I'm also hitting them with my grenade. Yeah, you getting killed by the Doofus there. That was just him getting into the back line and nobody helping you out.
I wasn't cut out for retirement anyways.
Yo. Yeah, I think there you just ran in too far. So come around the corner. You should just be able to stand here. I went back instead of pause. You should just be able to stand here and snipe. You shouldn't have to run in. And yeah, once it comes in, but you get way too close to him. And yeah, and so he's able to kill you because of that.
Secure the objective.
True self
Okay, yeah.
is without form.
Switch to Zen. It's definitely the right thing to do. Wait, I didn't even see you, like, choose Zen. When did you choose it? Oh, okay, that's when you chose it. Okay.
Secure the objective.
Yeah, because Zen's ultimate is a defensive ultimate, so that'll help more with staying alive. And then also the fact that you get your ultimate not necessarily quite as much by healing, which is how Mercy does it, and how Ana does it, but you do it more with damage. And so the fact that you don't have, because two main healers with the Mercy and the Ana don't work well together. Because one of them is either going to be doing all the healing, and then the other's not going to do anything. Yeah, and you can be charging up right clicks during the, yep. Just charge up right clicks. You can kick to not actually shoot the ball, so you don't have to spend time reloading. I don't know what you're spamming at there, but it's probably not a good... If you're trying to spam like a bear or something, you should be doing that long range.
Barrier activated.
What is that, a pharaoh? Oh, that's a pharmacy. And you aren't going to take down a pharmacy in long range in Zenyatta, so... Don't put your focus on that.
Helden sterben nicht.
So you just got saved from that. So yeah, right here. Make sure to stand in the middle of your team, yep.
An extinguisher is not required.
And just... That was a good ult in that you were in the center of your... And when you popped it, I don't like as much this whole running over here thing, because you know the Mercy's already up top, standing up top there, so she can heal if there's one target on this side, which there's the one Genji. She can heal him up, but everyone else should be getting it from you. Especially if, as you see your team's Reinhardt go off and you knew he was low to begin with, you should probably ride with him and heal him up.
Fire. But an extinguisher is not required.
Get behind!
get out of, as soon as you see him starting to charge, get out of the center. Basically, as soon as the shield comes down, you should be getting out of the center. And the reason that you don't move out of the way is you get distracted by something up high here, based off where your camera went. So, yeah, you want to try to stay kind of to the corner so that way you can get out of the way, especially when they have a Reinhardt. Because you just get hit by the charge like that.
Is an opportunity for change.
Heroes never die.
There is chaos within.
It took a while for that demon to die. That's just aim between you and your teammates, though. Yeah, keep spamming at that shield if he's gonna leave it up like that. You should be charging up a right click because of that. I mean, it would have taken forever to get there. Yeah, it just kills 3 of you. Well, he's probably screaming, I got 3 of them, and his team wasn't there, and then,
Team up for special.
take too long.
Justice reign.
Yeah,
Helden sterben nicht.
and so now your entire team's back. Yeah, so that Junkrat's time is all.
Experience tranquility.
I definitely like that, Transcendence, except for normally, when you pop it in reaction to a hammer down. Oh, he didn't actually hit anybody, okay. I thought he actually got somebody in the back room and that you didn't actually get to them in time. So yeah, there was no point chasing around the back room because there's nobody in there. Because you can see through walls where somebody on your team is, so, like, right, yes, you saw that person back there, but right now, you can see these 2 people are in spawn. That's just depth perception. So then there's nobody in this back room. So you can stay out here on the point and actually heal up the people that are here contesting. The other thing that does is because you went around that way, you come out over here where none of your team is and you're behind the enemies. So once again, you are in the thick of things as Zenyatta where you shouldn't be.
The iris flowing through.
60 seconds remaining.
You're just making it too risky for yourself.
Justice is defined by the hand that holds.
Let me get you patched up.
Their Ana is on point with those long-range grenades, but she doesn't really get anything out of them. Yeah, there's no point for you to keep focusing the pharmacy. I mean, I guess unless the soldier's gonna chase after it for you, but in terms of you yourself, in terms of spamming at them, you aren't gonna do that much. Like the focusing of Rhine. Make sure to be healing your Pharah through that.
Helden sterben nicht.
Yeah, now you're in the thick of things again. It's one of those situations where as soon as your team gets rezzed here, you don't need to be contesting the point. So actually, you should be falling back to right back to here where you were. So that way you can get it on whoever needs to stay alive. Because here, Pharah is still contesting. I can understand going on here in case the Pharah dies. If your Mercy, you didn't necessarily know that she was going to res that.
Never die. Helden sterben nicht.
But here, you're just too far in, and you just get hit by like 4 things as they come back. And now this is where if it was me, yeah, I think you might be doing it. I'm hovering Tracer at this moment. To get back to, and right now I'm clicking yes. I want to switch to Tracer because we're down 1, 2, 3 already, and then you know you're down, so you're down 4.
Repetition is the path to mastery.
Protect the objective.
Yeah, and then yeah, it just takes you too long to get back. Yep, And so if you'd swapped to Tracer, you could have gotten back faster and just stalled a little bit.
Protect the objective.
And I know that you're so close to ult, but
Match complete.
you needed the extra little bit of speed.
Final score. 1-2.
Yeah.